It's hard to believe that it's been almost 30 years since Ferris Bueller first told us life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. The movie is one of the most beloved teen movies of all time, and it's also one that has shown up again and again in pop culture ever since its release in 1986. Fast forward to 2021, and there are a number of other teen movies that have become instant classics with younger generations who never got the chance to see them the first time around. The following list of the best teen movies of the last few years are great for watching with your friends, especially if you're looking for something a little more recent than 80s classics that Ferris Bueller made so popular. Before we jump into our list of best teen movies of the last few years, let's take a quick look at a trivia question. Which of these teen movies centers on the story of a group of students who attend the last day of high school in 1999? A. Never Been Kissed. B. American Pie. C. She's All That. Hang in there for the answer to this movie trivia, and feel free to put your answer in the comments. Also, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. And here we go. Number 10. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We start off this list with one of the most critically acclaimed teen movies of the last few years. Based on the novel by Stephen Chbosky, The Perks of Being a Wallflower follows the story of Charlie, an introverted freshman in high school. Charlie is looking for some friends, but he doesn't have much luck until he meets two seniors who welcome him into their social group. This movie is great for anyone who ever felt like an outsider in high school, and also stars some great actors including Logan Lerman and Emma Watson. Number 9. Easy A. Starring Emma Stone and Penn Badgley, this 2010 movie tells the story of Olive Pendergast, a high school student who is tired of trying to fit in, so she decides to invent a fake romantic relationship with a friend in order to become popular. Olive gets more than she bargained for when her fake boyfriend's popularity skyrockets, as well as rumors that they're sleeping together, even though they aren't even dating. While this movie gets points for being hilarious and well written, it also has an important message about how people can be so quick to judge without knowing all the facts. Number 8. The Spectacular Now. Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley star in this teen movie based on the novel by Tim Tharp. Sutter is a high school senior who isn't doing so great in school, but he's really popular with his classmates, especially when it comes to the ladies. Sutter spends his days partying, drinking, and chasing girls around the town until he meets Amy, a self-proclaimed good girl who is determined to save him from himself. This movie is a great look at how high school relationships can both be fun and complicated at the same time, and it also stars another Hollywood golden couple in Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley. Number 7. Fun Size. This 2012 teen movie was directed by Josh Schwartz, who you might already know as the creator of The O.C. Fun Size was written by actress Kate Dippold, who has also had a hand in writing scripts for movies like Ghost Town, The Heat, and Ghostbusters. Victoria Vicky Lathrop is a high school student who is struggling with her family problems and the fact that she doesn't have any friends. To make things worse, her little brother comes home from school one day and tells her parents that he has to be homeschooled after his first day of high school. Vicky decides to show her brother how great going to high school can be by going undercover as a teen herself. Number 6. Prom. Another teen movie released in 2010. Prom tells the story of a group of students in their final year at school who get together for a night they'll never forget, even though some of them would really rather forget it. This movie was directed by Joe Nasbaum, and it stars Amy Teagarden as Bethany Walker, who is going to prom with her new boyfriend Ben just because he asked her out. She's not really happy about being there since she's still pinning over an ex-boyfriend named Grayson, who has already graduated from high school but somehow still manages to show up at prom. Prom is a funny and lighthearted look at the last night of high school, and it's definitely worth checking out. Number 5. 22 Jump Street. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill star in this 2014 sequel to the 2002 hit 21 Jump Street. Schmidt and Jenko are the perfect odd couple on-screen duo, and they're back for another action-packed movie in this sequel. After graduating from college, Schmidt and Jenko decide to go undercover once again as high school students in order to investigate a new drug that is being sold on the streets of their old high school. 22 Jump Street is a great movie for anyone who likes action movies or teen movies, but it's also really funny. Number 4. Twilight. Another film in the Twilight series makes our list. This is the first movie in the series and tells the story of Bella Swan, who moves to a small town in Washington after her mother remarries. When she meets Edward Cullen, a mysterious student at her new school, she finds herself drawn to him despite their obvious differences. Bella eventually discovers that Edward is a vampire, but he doesn't seem to mind because he's also drawn to her. This movie is a great mix of action and romance. And if you're also just getting into the Twilight series, you can catch up here before moving on to the sequels. Number 3. Camp Rock 2: The Final Jam. The Camp Rock franchise is a fun and lighthearted look at what it's like to be in a band, and this sequel to the original is just as good. This time around, Mitchie and her friends are trying to save Camp Rock from being closed down. If they can pull together one last great concert, they might have a chance at opening up a new music camp in another city. Camp Rock 2: The Final Jam was directed by Bethany Ashton Wolf, and it stars Demi Lovato as well as Megan Martin and Matt Shively. This movie is great for anyone who loves musical or teen movies, so be sure to check it out when you get the chance. Number 2. The Duff. This 2015 teen movie was written by Josh A. Kagan, who also wrote Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, as well as the upcoming Netflix romantic comedy Set It Up, which stars Zoe Dush and Glenn Powell. Bianca is a high school senior who has always been considered ugly by her classmates, or at least that's what she thinks. She has only one friend named Wesley who is also considered the Duff because girls think he's too smart for them. When Wesley tells Bianca that she is the Duff, she sets out to prove everyone wrong, and along the way, Bianca learns that it doesn't matter what other people think of you. This movie stars Mae Whitman, who you might recognize from The Perks of Being a Wallflower, as well as Bella Thorne from Shake It Up and Scream. Before we get into number 1, let's look back at the trivia question from earlier. Which one of these teen movies centers on a story of a group of students who attend the last day of high school in 1990? A. Never Been Kissed. B. American Pie. C. She's All That. The answer is B. American Pie focuses on the story of a group of students who attend the last day of high school in 1999. This movie was such a smash hit that it even spawned 4 sequels, making it one of the best teen movies of all time, as well as one of many personal favorites. The American Pie franchise even inspired a spin-off series called American Wedding, which was released in 2003 and is considered by many to be one of the best in the entire series, at least until they decide to make another film. Now let's get back to our list of best teen movies of the last few years. Number 1. Neighbors 2: Sorority Rising. This 2015 sequel to the film Neighbors is a hilarious mix of raunchy comedy and slapstick humor that is sure to make you laugh. This movie follows Mac Radner, who has also learned to live with his crazy next-door neighbors, but when they bring home a sorority, everything changes. This sorority is led by Shelby, who has had a serious grudge against Mac. While the rest of the girls in the sorority seem perfectly nice, it turns out that Shelby has an ulterior motive for including them in her group. They are all there to try steal back their house from Mac. This movie is great for anyone who loves a good laugh, and it also stars Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, and Rose Byrne. That does it for the best teen movies of the last few years. We hope you liked it. Agree or disagree, feel free to leave a comment below. Also, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like this clip. We put out several videos each week, so ring that bell to be notified when the next one drops. Thanks for watching.